This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for February 14, 2023. And in the news this evening, garage operator chopped to death in Montego Bay. The Barnett Street Police in Montego Bay, St. James have launched an investigation into the chopping death of a garage operator at the People's Choice Plaza located along Jarrett Street in the town on Tuesday. The garage operator, who is known around the second city as Dapper, reportedly went to an apartment located on the plaza about 1:30 a.m. The police say a male occupant at the plaza gave a report that he and other family members were at home when an unidentified male tried to break into the dwelling. The apartment owner further stated that he armed himself with a machete and chopped the alleged intruder multiple times. He died on the spot. Meanwhile, residents have said the garage operator had gone to the premises to visit a woman with whom he had a relationship. St. Anne police urge most wanted men to turn themselves in. The St. Anne police have appealed to 2 wanted men to turn themselves into the nearest station by 6 p.m. on Wednesday, February 15. The men, both of a Steertown address, are Kemar Matthews, also called Bibi or Bitter, and Chevon Brown, also called the Crackhead of Damhead in the area. You men may need to walk with your lawyer because there are issues that we need to talk to you about, said SSP Dwight Powell, who is in charge of policing in the parish. Powell was speaking at a domestic violence intervention pop-up clinic in Ocho Rios on Tuesday. The parish has recorded 11 murders since the start of the year. Bog Walk man charged after alleged home invasion and a machete attack. A man has been charged with burglary and wounding with intent after he allegedly broke into a house and inflicted chop wounds to its occupant before robbing the dwelling on Thursday, February 2. Charged is 34-year-old Ryan Belt, otherwise called the Naughty Nice, of Lucky Valley District in Bogwalk, St. Catherine. Reports from the Bogwalk police are that about 2 a.m., Bell, who was armed with a machete, entered a home in his community, where he inflicted chop wounds to the 3 occupants, then fled. The occupants later realized that a television set and a sum of money were missing. A report was made to the police and an investigation launched, which led to Bell's arrest on Sunday, February 12. He is set to appear in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday, February 17. Short man accused of raping woman twice in Trelawny. A landscaper has been charged after he allegedly raped a woman on 2 separate occasions in Clarkstown, Trelawny in 2020. Charged is Kimon Bowers, otherwise called the Short Man, of Toptown, Clarkstown in Trelawny and Harvey Road in Kingston. Reports are that on Monday, May 11, 2020, about 1 p.m., a female went to a standpipe located close to Bowers' home in Trelawny, and he called the woman to assist him with his cell phone. Bowers allegedly then went over to the woman, held a firearm at her head, and ordered her inside the house, where he raped and threatened her. The second incident occurred on August 28, 2020, about 8 p.m. It is reported that Bowers saw the same woman and led her into an unfinished house, where he raped her. A report was made to the police, and it was later discovered that Bowers had relocated. On January 28, 2023, a police operation was carried out in Kingston, where Bowers was seen and arrested. His court date is being finalized. Farmer charged for allegedly stabbing man during disputes. A farmer of Golden Grove District in Golden Valley, St. Catherine, has been charged following an alleged stabbing incident during a dispute in the community on Saturday, November 5, 2022. Charged with wounding with intent is 56-year-old Selvin Singleton. Reports are that about 2 p.m., Singleton and another man had a dispute, during which Singleton used a knife to stab him multiple times all over his body. The police were summoned and the injured man taken to the hospital for treatment. Singleton was subsequently arrested and charged on Monday, February 13. His court date is being finalized. Jamaican-born U.S. school superintendent reassigned amid a federal probe. The Mount Vernon School Board voted Monday to reassign its Jamaican-born superintendent amid a federal probe into the awarding of federal grants amounting to some $8.5 million. A release from the school board said that at a special meeting of the board Monday night, it voted to administratively reassign Dr. Waveline Bennett Conroy, superintendent of schools, until further notice and/or action by the board. Her duties while reassigned have not been stated. Dr. Bennett Conroy will receive her full pay and benefits during the period of reassignment. At the same time, the district school board acknowledged that Bennett Conroy and the school district face a federal investigation over their handling of federal grant money. The school board said that the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of New York was seeking records from the district and Bennett Conroy associated with the grants that the federal government previously issued to the district. At the heart of the investigation is the awarding of contracts totaling over $8 million in federal grants since 2016 made to a single agency, the West Nyack-based Just Inspired. Until recently, Bennett Conroy's son, Marlon Stevenson, was working for the Mount Vernon School District on a 13-month contract as Director of Business and Grants. It is reported that in 2016, Stevenson worked at the same company as Susan Maher, who started Just Inspired shortly after. The Jamaican-born Dr. Bennett Conroy was appointed school superintendent on July 1 last year, but previously served the school district as assistant superintendent for school improvements, overseeing grant-related programs. Since last year, she has faced the questions over the district's awarding of the federal grant contracts to Just Inspire. Dr. Bennett Conroy was born in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, and taught for 10 years in Jamaica before migrating to the United States in 1989. As superintendent of the Mount Vernon school system, she oversees a staff complement of some 1,500 people, including 693 teachers, 3 high schools, and several other schools from pre-K to grade 8. She also manages a school budget of some US $266 million and supervises the welfare of some 8,000 children in the school system. NHD to introduce a new financing model. The National Housing Trust will introduce a new financing model during the 2023-2024 financial year, which will entail partner arrangements with regulated mortgage lending institutions. This framework is intended to significantly increase the supply of mortgages, while at the same time release funds to focus on the development of affordable housing. Governor General Sir Patrick Allen made the disclosure as he delivered the throne speech to open the 2023-2024 parliamentary year at Gordon House on Tuesday. The Governor General said that providing shelter for Jamaicans is key to inclusive growth, and steady progress is being made towards the government's stated target of 70,000 new housing solutions by the end of 2025-2026. He said that the Greater Bernard Lodge development, which will provide 15,000 housing solutions, has seen strong interest from developers, noting that the build-out continues. Outlining other imperatives under the Office of the Prime Minister, the Governor General said that the government is now in the pilot phase of the full rollout of the National Identification System and is on track to operationalize the National Identification and Registration Authority. Allen said that in building a stronger Jamaica, it is imperative that human capital is not a constraint to growth. The HEART NSTA Trust will continue to focus on expanding access to demand-driven training, certification, and job placement by strengthening industry partnerships and increased technical and vocational education, training, and integration, he noted. Meanwhile, among the legislative priorities for the Office of the Prime Minister in 2023-2024 are the Registration, Births and Deaths Amendment Act, the Access to Information Amendment Act 2002, and the National Archives and Records Management Bill. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.